Tonight, solidarity with Ukraine is growing around the world as local governments, businesses, and students are taking action. In sports, the National Hockey League suspended relationships with business partners in Russia and paused its Russian-based social and digital media sites. FIFA and the Union of European Football Associations also suspended Russia's national teams from international soccer competitions. In music, the band Green Day says it will not play its planned May concert in Moscow. And it's not just on Earth. Support for the country has launched into space. On Saturday, the country's vice prime minister challenged Tesla CEO Elon Musk to provide satellite internet service in Ukraine. Hours later, mission accomplished. Musk tweeted, Starlink service is now active in Ukraine with more terminals en route. Back on Earth, New York, Maryland, and Colorado leadership have called for an end to state economic ties to Russian entities.
We're not doing anything to support Russia in any way or their economy.
Several state governors have even called for an end to the sale of Russian alcohol.
Evil Pie is going to be offering $5 F. Putin shots of Ukrainian vodka.
With many U.S. liquor stores now promoting the sale of Ukrainian alcohol. The solidarity extended from the Sunday night red carpet.
Say a word about Ukraine.
To the soccer field. One Ukrainian soccer player moved to tears. The crowd in Portugal cheered for him and his countrymen. In New York, Saturday Night Live invited the Ukrainian Choir of New York to open its show. And Monday night, students gathered to mourn and protest.
I'm calling for Putin to stop the war in Ukraine.
As Russian forces continue to blast Ukraine, Ukrainians and those standing with them hope for an end to the violence.
What message do you hope people hear from you?
Honestly, I would appreciate some action more than just some nice words at this point.
Zinhle joins us tonight from New York City's Little Ukraine in the East Village in front of the famous Ukrainian restaurant Valsaka. Zinhle, I want to ask you, it's kind of interesting how the world has sort of come together to oppose this invasion. People, even countries who don't usually agree on things, seem to agree on this, that this is wrong and that Russia should be held accountable. I'm curious what you're hearing in New York City and across the country about what Americans think about this war.
Yeah, Tom, that sense of unity is very present and palpable here in New York. Right now, as you said, I'm in front of Valseka. It's a very popular Ukrainian spot, and people have been showing their solidarity through spending, right, through their purchase power. Right now, I'm holding this new pastry that they released. It's the Ukrainian flag. But beyond spending, I was at NYU's campus earlier today, and to your point of different people coming together, I spoke with a young woman, one from Ukraine, one from Russia, and both shared the sentiments of lament, but also a desire for action, Tom. And so throughout New York, whether you are buying a pastry or a student in college, there is a sense that something needs to be done and that this violence in Russia needs to end.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.